Chelsea discover Jules Kounde final price tag as Sevilla set deadline for transfer move. Chelsea have reportedly discovered that they will need to stump up £56 million if they want to sign Sevilla centre-back Jules Kounde this summer. And the Blues have been told by Kounde's current employers that any transfer deal will need to be completed by July 5. Chelsea will be weakened at the end of this month when influential centre-backs Antonio Rudiger and Andreas Christensen head for the Stamford Bridge exit when their contracts come to an end. And Blues manager Thomas Tuchel will be desperate to bring in new faces as his side look to battle with the likes of Manchester City and Liverpool in their quest for Premier League glory next season. Chelsea went after Kounde last summer after they had won the Champions League but missed out on landing the 23-year-old as he ultimately stayed in Spain. The West London Giants look set to pursue him once again this summer and have been issued with the transfer terms by Sevilla, who don't want to be faced with long delays, according to the Mirror. The delay is affecting our ability to plan for the new season and that is the key reason for setting a date, a Sevilla source told the publication. Chelsea have already reached an agreement with Kounde on a 5-year deal, but a fee with Sevilla still needs to be thrashed out before the transfer can go through. But now Chelsea's boardroom reshuffle is complete, the club are expected to push forward on getting deals done. Kounde joined Sevilla from Bordeaux in 2019 and has since become a key player for the La Liga side. During his first season in Spain, the defender played 40 times as Sevilla were crowned Europa League champions after defeating Inter Milan in the final. And he has gone on to rack up 133 appearances for the club. He has also been capped 11 times by France and played the full 90 minutes last October as Les Bleus defeated Spain in the final of the Nations League. Chelsea to submit new offer for Raheem Sterling. Chelsea are set to submit a new offer for Manchester City winger Raheem Sterling, who is one of their top targets this summer, according to reports. The 27-year-old has just 1 year left on his contract at the Etihad Stadium, having just won his 4th Premier League title there in 6 seasons. He has scored 131 goals and provided 95 assists in 339 games for the club, with his performances earning him consistent call-ups to the England national team. Blues boss Thomas Tuchel is beginning his preparations for the new season, with some of the club's targets now being identified as they look to make 6 new signings this summer. Sterling has emerged as one of the players of interest to the West London side, and a move would see him play for the 3rd Premier League club in his career. According to Fabrizio Romano, Chelsea will soon submit a new proposal for the winger as they set their sights on his signature for next season. It is believed Tuchel wants the player at the club, and personal terms have already been discussed amid a potential move. Former director Marina Granovskaya is also thought to have led the negotiations between the club and the player, before it was announced that she was leaving her position. Ben Jacobs has also reported on the deal, and he has revealed that Chelsea are hopeful of being able to sign the attacker for a fee similar to the one being paid for Gabriel Jesus by Arsenal. City values Sterling at £60 million and could compromise on the fee, with the Blues potentially in with the chance of signing him for £45 million as they look to begin talks in the coming week. Tuchel has already held positive talks with the 27-year-old and he is one of the club's top targets for the summer. He will make a decision on his future in the next couple of weeks, with a departure from the blue half of Manchester potentially on the cards. Ousmane Dembele has also been linked with a move to Chelsea this summer, and the Blues want to sign both him and Sterling in order to refresh their attack. Chelsea duo Marcos Alonso and Cesar Azpilicueta expect to be Barcelona players next week. Spain and Chelsea duo Marcos Alonso and Cesar Azpilicueta both expect to leave the club and join Spanish giants Barcelona next week. Chelsea value the duo at £13 million each, however would be willing to negotiate for the defenders. Alonso has 2 years left on his current Chelsea contract, however a disagreement with manager Thomas Tuchel towards the end of last season has driven him towards the exit door. Alonso joined Chelsea in 2016 and played a huge part in the title-winning campaign the following season. Following 212 appearances and 29 goals in a Blues shirt, the former Real Madrid youngster views his future elsewhere. As for Azpilicueta, the Chelsea captain was due to become a free agent this summer. A clause in his contract was triggered which extended his stay in London for another season. Despite this though, the 32-year-old agreed personal terms with Barcelona earlier on in the season and has a 2-year deal on the table, should he accept. It is believed to be his wish to move back to Spain, however Chelsea manager Thomas Tuchel really wants and hopes that his captain has a change of heart. Feynoord look set to sign Chelsea left-back Ian Martson. Eredivisie side Feyenoord look set to sign Chelsea Academy graduate Ian Martson on a permanent deal to replace Terrell Malaysia. Maatsen, 20, started his youth career with Feyenoord in his native Netherlands before joining the Chelsea Academy in 2018 when he was 16. Maatsen spent last season on loan with Coventry City in the Championship and made 42 appearances in all competitions for the Sky Blues, scoring 3 goals. With Chelsea left-back Ben Chilwell injured for the majority of the season and Emerson Palmieri on loan at Lyon, Marcos Alonso was the main left-back for Thomas Tuchel's men last season. There was much speculation around whether the Dutchman would be recalled to the Premier League side. Chelsea ended up having 2 attempts to recall Maatsen rejected by Coventry. Manager Tuchel is believed to be a fan of the young defender, however it seems that the 20-year-old's preference would be to return to his home country and play for his boyhood club. With Chelsea left-backs Marcos Alonso and Emerson Palmieri both potentially looking for transfers away from the club, a position would open up in the left wing-back position behind England international Chilwell. Chelsea will sign 2 defenders this summer and assess Levi Colwill. According to reports, Chelsea are guaranteed to sign 2 defenders this summer as well as assessing the future of 19-year-old defender Levi Colwill. Chelsea's main priority this summer is to add defensive reinforcements to their team following the departures of Germany international Antonio Rudiger and Andreas Christensen, both on free transfers. Thomas Tuchel's side have been linked to the likes of Jules Kounde and Matt Hjs de Ligt, who are both potential arrivals this summer, however both would cost a considerable amount of money. In contrast, Todd Boehly could look a little bit closer to home with the academy graduate Colwill returning from his successful loan spell at Huddersfield Town. The versatile centre-back caught the eyes of many of the country's top clubs with his confidence in defence as well as his abilities at both ends of the field. Fabrizio Romano reports that many clubs such as Leicester City, Nottingham Forest, Brighton and Crystal Palace are all interested in the young Englishman. Despite the links to a move away from the club, it will be manager Tuchel who will have final say on whether he wants to use Colwill next season. It is believed that the defender will join up with Tuchel's side over pre-season and be assessed before any potential transfer. Man United tell Cristiano Ronaldo he will not be sold this summer after striker linked with sensational Chelsea transfer. Cristiano Ronaldo has been told he will not be sold by Manchester United this summer. But new boss Erik ten Hag must now convince the Portuguese superstar that he can compile a team to match his ambitions. Ronaldo is understood to be frustrated by the lack of transfer action. And both Chelsea and Bayern Munich have been alerted to the possibility he would be open to a move away from Old Trafford before the window closes. His former club Sporting Lisbon also sounded out Ronaldo's camp over a return to Portugal. But United are adamant their club legend is going nowhere, and they are looking forward to him playing for them in the 2022-23 campaign. They hope their transfer activity will burst into action this week with the £70 million deal for Barcelona midfielder Frenkie de Jong. Ten Hag's first day of training takes place on Monday for players who were not involved in Nations League matches. Ronaldo is due to return to Carrington next week after holiday, and the Dutch boss will tell him he can still have success at United. Bayern Munich were not interested in doing a deal for Ronaldo this summer, but reports in Portugal said new Chelsea owner Todd Boehly met Mendes, who has many high-profile candidates alongside Ronaldo. While Ronaldo is understood to be happy to work with the new boss, a lack of Champions League football next term is also something which dismays him. It will be the first season in 20 years that Ronaldo is without Champions League football. United's failure to land Darwin Núñez, who joined Liverpool earlier this month, means United are counting on the former Real Madrid man. Ronaldo is expected to be with the team when they depart late next week for their tour of Thailand, where they face Liverpool and Australia. Ten Hag wants Ronaldo to continue to be his talisman in the final year of his current contract and help bring success back to Old Trafford.
That is all Chelsea News today. If you like the video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much. Goodbye and see you by tomorrow news.